And I had to file a Chapter 7 bankruptcy to protect my parents from going to prison for mismanaging my finances.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 richest to rags celeb stories. Celebs who lost everything.
The trouble was, while her records were selling millions, she was only taking home thousands.
For this list, we'll be looking at celebrities who amassed a large fortune only to end up broke. In the comments, let us know what you would do with your money if you were rich. Number 10. MC Hammer. Over the span of a decade, MC Hammer became the quintessential rags to riches and back to rags Hollywood story. After releasing 2 moderately successful albums, Hammer achieved worldwide fame with his hit single You Can't Touch This from his 3rd studio album.
My music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord.
At the time, Hammer's net worth was valued at over $33 million by Forbes. This seemingly overnight wealth was soon sucked up by his lavish spending, extravagant mansion, and numerous dependents.
Everybody knew that I had 200 employees. It wasn't no secret. So what you think, I was paying them in hamburgers?
By 1996, Hammer's musical success had plummeted, and he had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, as he was over $13 million in debt. The California rapper never quite recovered from his fall, despite a few comeback attempts.
Mr. Devil, can you give me a sign? He said, throw the rock up, that's one of mine, let's go.
Number 9. T-Pain. Since bursting onto the scene in 2005, T-Pain has racked up a slew of hit singles and accumulated a fortune of over $40 million. However, instead of making wise financial investments, he bought a massive house and a $2.1 million Bugatti, which he later sold off for just $800,000.
And then I was like, hey, since I got this Bugatti, I need another house. I can probably take this one. These people just moved out of a house that's literally connected to my house. So,
It certainly didn't take too long for that bank account to go low, low, low. By 2019, the Buy You a Drink singer was left with no option but to file for bankruptcy protection. He did win the first season of The Masked Singer the same year, and things seem to be looking up for T-Pain nowadays. Number 8. Todd Herzog. Prior to being cast on the 15th season of Survivor, Todd Herzog traveled across America as a flight attendant for SkyWest Airlines. His highly calculated run on the show culminated in him winning the season and taking home the $1 million cash prize at just 22 years old.
Winner of Survivor China.
But while he triumphed on the screen, Herzog's entire fortune was in jeopardy, as he was struggling with alcohol use disorder.
It wasn't until about 30 days into treatment that I realized exactly how bad I was.
And you had no recollection of being on the Dr. Phil show?
I remember about this much.
After seeking professional help, Herzog was able to turn his life around. He has since attained sobriety and now lives a rather quiet life with his husband, Jess Hermanson.
We had the Dolphins help me propose to this beautiful man, Jess.
Number 7. Fantasia. This North Carolina singer and actress was propelled to stardom after winning the 3rd season of American Idol in 2004.
The winner of American Idol 2004 is Fantasia Barrino.
Her first ever single, I Believe, went straight to number 1 in the US and Canada, and her debut album was certified platinum. Things seemed to be off to a good start for Fantasia, but due to her sole breadwinner status among her siblings, mother, and daughter, and the declining sales of her 2nd album, she soon found herself struggling. Her $1.1 million house was set to be auctioned off to cover an unpaid loan. In an interview with Oprah, Fantasia owned up to her mistakes, blaming her misfortune on her financial decisions and inability to say no.
I put your picture on my mirror, start to blush when somebody says your name.
Number 6. Gary Busey. Once upon a time, Gary Busey was a mainstream Hollywood star. The Texas actor gained national attention for his leading performance in the 1978 biofilm The Buddy Holly Story, which earned him an Oscar nomination.
All my life I've been away, not there'll be no hell taking no boy.
He followed this up with starring roles in movies like Lethal Weapon and Point Break, which were certified box office hits.
Listen, you snot-nosed little shit! I was taking shrapnel and K-Sod while you were crapping in your hands and rubbing it on your face!
His financial downturn came in 1988 when Busey was involved in a serious motorcycle accident that left him with permanent brain damage. The once bankable Hollywood player became erratic on and off camera, and soon struggled to find roles in movies and TV shows.
My brain got altered in a way that's not normal, and I have a different way of looking at things and feeling things, and I know how special life is.
With most of his money gone and not enough coming in, Busey had to file for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2012. Number 5. Lil Kim.
I've been going for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club.
Widely regarded as the queen of rap, Lil Kim inspired a generation of rappers with her music and has sold upwards of 30 million singles globally. Life really was all about the Benjamins for the hip-hop star.
If it's murder, you know she wrote it. German Ruger for your deep-throated.
However, following dwindling album sales and a prison stint in 2005, Lil Kim found herself in a free fall. In 2018, she declared bankruptcy, claiming to be about $4 million in debt, with unpaid taxes and mortgage loans taking up a large chunk of that figure. In order to pay off her debt, the Queen Bee's $2.3 million mansion was auctioned off, with the opening bid being $100. Yep, you heard that right.
Hey yo, shorty, won't you go get a bag of the lethal? I'll be undressed in the bra all see-through.
Number 4. Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger became a Hollywood fixture for her notable femme fatale roles throughout the 80s and 90s.
Merry Christmas to you, officer.
That obvious, huh?
It's practically stamped on your forehead.
But at the height of her acting career, Basinger faced multiple setbacks that severely impacted her finances.
Tell me, what do you know about?
I don't know anything about Batman.
First, she paid $20 million to acquire a small town in her home state of Georgia, an investment that backfired tremendously. Next, she backed out of the doomed movie Boxing Helena, for which she was sued and forced to pay millions of dollars to the studio. This resulted in her filing for bankruptcy. To top it all off, her marriage to Alec Baldwin ended in a messy divorce that reportedly cost the Oscar-winning actress another few million dollars.
You know, we're all fine. We all get along, whatever. But he's a challenge. I mean, come on.
She never quite recovered financially. Number 3. Aaron Carter. In the late 1990s, Aaron Carter became a teen idol before he was even a teenager. The younger brother of Backstreet Boys singer Nick Carter, Aaron started performing from as early as 7 years old and had reportedly amassed more than $200 million before the age of 18. According to Carter, all of this money was mismanaged by his parents, and when he crossed into adulthood, he had accumulated back taxes to the tune of $4 million.
Before 18, the money goes into my mom and my dad's pockets. They're supposed to be the ones that handle it correctly, but it went to cars, it went to boats, it went to lavish lifestyle. It went every which way except for in my trust fund.
With no more hit singles and fast-selling albums, Carter declared bankruptcy in 2013 in an effort to pay off most of his debt. The former teen heartthrob seems to be on the right path now, as he has fully eliminated his debt and even bought a house in 2019. Number 2. Toni Braxton. For someone like Toni Braxton, who's sold more than 70 million records worldwide, it's hard to imagine how she could go bankrupt twice.
Unbreak my heart.
Just 2 years after her smash hit, Unbreak My Heart, Braxton found herself in dire straits and had to declare bankruptcy. While her music generated millions, Braxton barely got any of it due to specific clauses in her recording contract.
170 million in sales, and you got $1,972? Is that right?
Did, that's right. That's true.
She managed to dig herself out of that hole, but ended up filing for bankruptcy again in 2010 after her Vegas residency was canceled due to her health issues. But just like the Phoenix, she was able to rise from her financial ashes and has since produced and starred in the successful reality series Braxton Family Values.
That no one did anything for me. My family wasn't my people that I love, because when you're being inducted into something, you call the people close to you.
Right.
But everybody bailed on me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Burt Reynolds.
Oh, I love your suits. It must be a bitch getting a size 68 extra fat.
Hollywood legend Burt Reynolds was a top box office draw in the late 70s and early 80s, but he gradually lost his bankability as the years progressed. This, coupled with his costly divorce from Lonnie Anderson and some poor investment choices, led to the actor filing for bankruptcy in 1996. He made a career comeback soon after with Boogie Nights in 1997, which earned him a Golden Globe and an Oscar nomination.
Jack Warner, filmmaker.
Really?
Yeah, I make adult films, exotic pictures.
By 2014, Reynolds was auctioning off personal items and memorabilia, which rekindled news of bankruptcy.
In 2014, he auctioned his most iconic belongings, the canoe from Deliverance, the Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit, and his 1998 Golden Globe for Boogie Nights.
Until his death in 2018, Reynolds lived at his Florida estate, which once faced foreclosure, but was then bought by his neighbor, who let him live on the property at a low cost. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.